Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Ooh. Thinking about playing Persona 5? Aftercare Obscure, sure. Hello, Gero. Hi, Bear. Hi, Ragdoll. How we doing? The second letting Lupin do as he pleases. I mean, maybe I'm overthinking what this game is capable of, but I have convinced myself at this point that this is all an elaborate ruse just to steal Sherlock stuff. Like, if the reporter is Lupin, I've probably has already gotten his Medal of Honor or whatever it was. Keyboard went Japanese again. Hi. Right. Let's get us some schlock. Whoosh. We're in. Making more marmalade. Not beating the Paddington allegations. Yee. So last time, as explained in the scroll, we did some very sensible things. I forgot to mention the round table. That should probably have been put in there. But, you know, there's only so much we can... so much we can discuss. I got distracted by Batman. Yeah, he's just gonna steal all of his stuff. Why not? Slowly but surely, we're gonna have to, you know, sell all of Sherlock's stuff, and then he's gonna come along and nick it. It's all a distraction. He's not interested in paintings or birds or whatever. He's just nicking our stuff. So, we're gonna load this. We have just returned from the Tower of London. We have our 6 clues, or 5, however many clues it was. And I've forgotten what we're doing. So here we are. 6 Birds poem. I could use it apparently, but I don't want to. I want to read it. Yes. So just as a reminder, this is the poem that we managed to reacquire or find by acquiring 6 birds, one of which was a bat, one of which was a roast chicken. Lupin's just flirting with Sherlock by giving him stupid puzzles and getting rid of his drugs. Well, maybe that was part of it as well. He wants him to get clean. Oh. Yeah, there's a massive crush on Sherlock. Look, I have... With the new series of Doctor Who happening right now, there's an awful lot of talk about what the Doctor and the Master would do versus what the Doctor and other Time Lords would do. So I have a lot of, you know, villain flirting with hero on the brain, so... If we want to make that this story, I'm not going to say no. So yes, we got this, which is, with no hope of return, the 6 have flown. What to do, I hear you groan. I will avenge the harm against my nation, the price steep for restitution. Lupin is nicking a bunch of stuff from England because...
Obed Morton drugged me and then locked me in here. And I tried to help him.
And on top of all that, England have basically pilfered everything, and he's like, I'm going to nick it back. Actually, as history proves, the sublime emperor displayed to the whole world our splendor. He conquered the land from east to west. The treasures he unearthed, all were impressed. From the center of the earth they came, 1,000 years old, even 1,000 again. It was called a treaty, but it was merely a plot for you to steal what was yours to take not. The name you search for is a city, that of Catherine, a saint very pretty. She was the model not only for Raphael, but Solario, Crivelli, and Lochner as well. England still retains this plunder, a brash display. Is it any wonder? The treasure is mine for the taking. I will succeed or die trying. Trying? That doesn't work at all. Covered in riddles, the object I'm after, it turned a young Frenchman into a master. You thought it was one of yours running the show who deserved to win the prize, but no. Thus it is our man, not your Mr. Young, to whom we say you're a champ, a lion, and such. Hi, Bet. Bet. Not bear. I understand. I don't pronounce T's properly. Whose is what? Genghis Khan? Whomst? Whomstov? Many things. People are chatting. Hi, cat. Young and Lion supposed to be a rhyme? Mr. Young Lion. Possibly. If you're French, it might rhyme. I don't know. I don't mean in French. I just mean accent. Right, cool. I have no recollection of what we're actually doing. So that's fine. We'll just wander around, see what happens. Should we go into our bedroom and...
I have no reason to go there.
Oh, no, okay, fine.
No, it would be better to leave Watson to deal with his emotions.
Oh yeah, he's sleepy. Watson is sleepy because he spent the entire night waiting to feed a turtle to a bird. The Bullet and Bob cosplay today. Oh, exciting. Exciting times. EEP. I don't know what we're doing, so we're just going to wander around, put our hat on. What's our opinion of women, eh? They're not here. This seems appropriate. Pigeon. Disrupt the pigeon. They do not care. Hello, pigeon. We're just going to walk around them. That's quite nice. I wasn't expecting Sherlock to just walk around pigeons, but here we are. Can we go in here?
I have no reason to go there.
We could, but he won't. Charmed. Women.
It is pointless.
Somehow ruder than Watson.
No, I have nothing to ask him.
That's at least reasonable. Don't know if you ordered it far too big, but reason it's better than too small. Yeah, you can always take it in if you need to. I tend not to have generous seam allowance on modern stuff, so difficult to expand. Contract. Barnes.
I have no reason to go there.
Right, well, what do you want? What do you want me to do? No reason to go nowhere. There's only 3 locations here, apparently. 3 that we found. Let's just look around places, see what we can't find that might relate to the poem. Because I thought we were going to the British Museum, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, Sampo from Honkai Star Rail. Bin Boy. Oh, Big Ben, the most known symbol of England itself. William the Conqueror was crowned. He was Norman. Is that French?
I have no
No. There.
I have no reason to go there.
I have no reason to go there, but there was a jingle. Just for fun.
I have no
Yeah, I've already tried that one. Not... we're going back to the... Oh, we can go back to the portrait gallery. Hi, have you sorted out these paintings yet?
Hello, gentlemen. Judging by the calm, our little ploy regarding the mildew has worked.
Indeed. As long as it doesn't work beyond our expectations,
Is that Nigel
and we
Planer?
will get our visitors back when we reopen. So, have you found the fighting temporary?
Oh, is that what
I
we're
must
missing?
confess not, but we are making progress on the case.
Poem, explain.
As for the investigation, I have the names of 4 artists who may have paintings on exhibit here.
I am feeling weary and out of sorts after all of the commotion, and I am not able to help you any further. The museum, however, is all yours.
Thank you.
Hello from slightly less of a delay. Hello! For your first cosplay, so you're rather nervous. Exciting!
Farewell, gentlemen.
Do
You.
you have another clue, Mr.
I
Holmes?
wasn't talking to you.
Farewell, gentlemen.
Okay, apparently they're a single entity.
Do you have another clue, Mr. Holmes?
Hive mind.
Farewell, gentlemen.
We'll explore the rest of the gallery, I guess. Because they still not cleaned this up. Oh yeah. What were there were names, weren't there? Raphael, Solario, Crivelli, Locke. What room was what? It's nice that we're coming back. That's kind of Spanish, French, Flemish, German, Dutch, English, Italian.
The supper at Emmaus.
Nope.
The assassination of St. Peter.
Nope. Nope, this one.
Here's what I've been looking for.
Okay, look at it.
Here is St. Catherine of Alexandria by Solario.
Okay.
This painting depicts the gods Venus and Mars.
Not interested unless it's cheese. So tiny ones.
Here's what I've been looking for. It's St. Catherine of Alexandria by Crivelli.
How many of these do I have to look at till I get the point that that's who I'm looking for? Well, that's who's referenced in the poem, at least.
Here's what I've been looking for.
Horrendous way to show off an artwork. Look, they hurried to get them back on the wall.
And here's St. Catherine of Alexandria by Raphael.
Okay, well, Lochner now. Though I'm assuming he's not Italian. I don't know what they are, or who they are, or from whence they come. So yeah, I'm gonna try German. Pretty sure this is the German wing. Ha!
Here's what I've been looking for.
Who'd have thunk what the illustration and history knowledgeable person here might know about the history of illustration?
Look, a Lochner entitled St. Catherine of Alexandria. There, I've made note of the 4 paintings indicated in Lupin's poem. I shall return to Watson and we'll put our heads together.
I'll do that. Sure. Everyone clear on what's happening? I can't do it from the map. The cutscene is probably going to happen. That makes sense. Frame rate was chugging. They're loading something in? Thought we were going to raid the British Museum. I thought so too. But we'll find out. Ah, you, Bobby.
I have no reason to go there.
Would you want to leave?
Nothing to report, Mr. Holmes.
I have no reason to go there.
Wait, what? Oh, now I can use the map. I couldn't before, but now I can. It's fine, don't worry about it.
Holmes has left at last. I'm worn out, but I have no choice. I must take advantage of his absence by recovering his Legion of Honor. I'll make haste to the bank and then attempt to find the crooks to whom I pawned it.
Okay, so
I've been able to gather a sufficient sum of money. Now to the Golden Lion.
well, that was easy enough. I control Dr. Watson. Oh, scaffolding. Now to the Golden Lion. Wearing his shoes in bed. Hello.
Couldn't pay attention.
What? Sorry, did I miss the first part of that conversation? Hey, policeman, what's going on? Shh. Nothing. Okay.
Tell me, my good man, do you remember me? Last night I was in the next room where I pawned an object that I have come to buy back. Where can I find those concerned?
Just where do you think you are? In the Duchess's front parlour? If there ain't nobody, it's 'cause there ain't nobody, and I don't know no more than that. We don't ask questions here, we drink and shut it.
It's a scandal. You'll hear from me, Mr.
Mr. Whoever you are.
Closed.
Another one for the locked. Quadruple negative, yeah. You do not know nobody, nothing.
It's locked until we meet Valhalla's demands.
Oh, blimey. Well, Watson's going through it. I thought it was just a simple case of pawning things off, but no. Oh, hello.
Why, Doctor, what lucky happenstance?
Sure.
Have you recovered from last night's temper?
Oh, hello there. It's lucky that I have found you here.
Lucky.
I've collected the amount necessary to buy back the medal that I pawned yesterday. You look like someone who might know the ruffians who were holding the bookseller. Do you know where I could find them?
You aren't serious, I hope. I don't know them any better than you. Earlier in the evening, I had them round in hopes of gleaning a few morsels, but that's all. I had thought that you, like me, had bluffed, and that your trinket wasn't worth a nicker. By this time, it has certainly been melted and sold as bullion. At best, it's still in the window of a pawnbroker's.
What are you telling me? You're going to tell me where I can find these rogues and the medal.
What?
Otherwise, you'll find yourself in the thick of it.
Why?
Because I've got friends in high places. I do.
Why, Doctor? You're acting like a common thug. I, who have done everything possible for you.
You must excuse me. I do apologize. How could you know? I seem to have lost my usual aplomb. This case is dragging on, and to top it all off, I have lost my friend's medal.
Don't worry, I've seen worse. As for your head, it's sleep that you need. Your ideas will be much sharper after a rest.
Impossible. My friend will be returning any moment, and then we'll end up I don't know where in London in order to stop... but I've said too much. The men who have the medal, is there any way to find them?
Maybe, but I'll have to call in a few favours, and that takes time. And money.
I have 100 guineas. Will that suffice?
What?
That should do the trick, but I can't guarantee anything. In any case, I'll do all that I can, I promise you, to help retrieve the medal.
Thank you very much.
I'll get to it immediately, but don't forget that you owe me one. Or 3, rather.
100 guineas is a lot, right? You're a plum, walking up to women and saying, women. Yeah, but compared to Sherlock's,
Watson, I thought I'd be dragging you out of bed.
it's useless.
I was summoned to visit a patient.
Obviously a hypochondriac.
Eh? Yes. How did you know?
Otherwise, you would have taken your medical bag along.
Yes. By Jove, you are clever.
As for the case at hand, which must be our priority, we must find to which treaty is referred in the latest message from Lupin. I just came from the National Gallery, and I think we have all of the elements necessary to formulate an answer. What do you think, Watson?
I don't know, I just got here. Oh god, no. Treaty of Versailles.
Your intentions are good, Watson, but you've missed everything of importance.
Yeah, I have. Oh god, right, okay. What were the paintings? Alexandria.
The Treaty of Alexandria. Exactly, Watson.
Marvellous.
Would it not be the one
What's
following
that?
our victory over Napoleon Bonaparte?
Undoubtedly, Watson, but we need details. I'll go see Barnes. His store wasn't open when I arrived, but it should be now. Rest for a while, and I'll be back soon.
With pleasure, Holmes.
Control Sherlock Holmes. Where's my cocaine? People in London deal in guinea pigs, yes. Guineas. Pounds, pigs, guineas. Guinea fowl. Guinea, a man after midnight, etc., etc. That could have been formulated as like, do you know how much a man after midnight costs? 3 guineas. It works as an actual joke if you like sort of plan it out. Can I go to my bedroom yet?
I don't know whether to laugh or feel sorry for him.
He wanted to make us laugh.
I feel sorry for him.
Evergreen. An evergreen act. Can I not look at my? Can I look at the bed frame? No, he's not interested. Not interested that his cocaine is gone. So you shut a drawer. He's got one of those newfangled ones where you just touch it and it moves. Touch sensitive. You'll be pleased to know also I uploaded last week's VOD to YouTube and there's copyright strikes on that. So apparently just all the music in this is just licensed versions of copyrighted work. So yay! Shouldn't affect visibility or anything like that, but what am I doing? I'm gonna go see Barnes for some reason, okay. Why are we going to Barnes and Noble? Barnes ignoble. My word. Slander.
Oh, hello, Mr. Holmes. What can I do for you?
Good day, Barnes.
Hi.
I'm looking for a book that deals with English victories and the subsequent treaties, the Treaty of Alexandria in particular.
You'll have to excuse me, but I am already run off my feet this morning as I need to relabel some of the books. I'll leave you to look for yourself. There must be something in the history shelf near the back.
He thinks the man has been prescribed some sort of suppository. What are we looking at? Barnes, gal, get it together. History book in the back. Hey, here we go. Wrong shelf. That's fine. Treating History, A History of Treaties by Trent T. Triteau. Stupid game. Symbol of the English superiority over this part of the African continent. I'm guessing that's supposed to be the latter half of a sentence, but symbol is capitalized, so I'm just going to assume that's what it is. The Treaty of Alexandria was signed in 1801 after the defeat of the French forces under General Minot, I'm assuming, and subsequent surrender. According to Article 16 of the treaty, the English imposed a delivery of antiquities held in the city of Alexandria. The majority of these pieces had been, perhaps inopportunely, moved from Cairo to Alexandria in order to keep them secure. Indeed, at the instigation of Napoleon, the Cairo Institute was created with a number of savants of renown. The most beautiful pieces of Egyptian antiques, I was about to say antiquities, which had been found during the French campaign, were at the centre of the studies. However, the advance of the English forces didn't leave the scholars much time to study the ancient Egyptian treasures, and it was decided that the most precious ones would be sent to Alexandria. This selection proved quite beneficial to the Crown of England, who laid claim, quote-unquote, as previously stated, to all of the antiquities present in Alexandria. It was antiquities this time, look at that. But magnanimously left all of the remainders in Cairo to France. Magnanimous. It should be noted that the Rosetta Stone, studied by the French scholar Champollion, who unlocked the key to understanding hieroglyphics, was part of the plunder and was sent to England on the HMS L'Egyptienne the next year. The stone can now be seen in the British Museum. We're going to see the Rosetta Stone, everyone.
I found it, Barnes. I'll take it.
Fine, Mr. Holmes. You'll settle up later? You see, it's quite a rare book. Quite dear, too.
I mean, I've got the information I need. I could just put the book back. Napoleon stole it from Egypt, and then the British Museum stole it from Napoleon. Grabs page 4. We weren't alone, you see. We can't be blamed by the natives for stealing the stuff, because we stole it from someone else who stole it from them. It counts, you see.
I found it, Barnes. I'll take it.
Fine, Mr. Holmes.
Shush. Okay, so the British Museum. Now Lupin's going to steal it back. Tricky, it's pretty heavy, I think. Full circle. Kind of. Less full circle and we've just made like a 6. So there was a starting point, it went to one place, then it went back somewhere else, and now it's going back to the second place. And the Egyptians are going to steal it from Lupin and just put it back. There we go. Then we will have drawn an 8. I don't want to go to the pub. Actually, am I just leaving? Am I just going to the British Museum? Excuse me, I have something very important to say to you.
It is pointless.
Yep. Oh, hello.
Day, Mr. Holmes.
Good day, Ruffles.
Day.
I've got a message
Ruffles?
for you, I have. Direct from the yard. I'm supposed to bring you to Inspector Lestrade quick as can be. There's going to be a right important meeting, there is. The PM himself will be there.
Yeah.
For once, Lestrade is ahead of the game. Listen, Ruffles, in order to save some precious time, will you bring a message to the inspector? Tell him to meet me here with as much of the force as he can muster, but he must be discreet. Do you understand?
Right, Mr. Holmes. I'll be off, I will.
Thank you.
Who's the PM? The
Let's head
PM.
to Baker Street.
We're in Baker Street, Holmes. If it's not obvious, PM stands for Prime Minister. I don't know who the Prime Minister is. Oi! Take your shoes off.
Watson, it's time.
The wave. No! It will engulf me! The tentacles! Ah!
Come, my friend, that's all finished and behind us. Compose yourself. We have an appointment in half an hour with the Prime Minister.
I think the tentacles being behind him was the issue.
I'm still dreaming. The Prime Minister.
They're gonna meet us. Well, they're gonna meet us here. Didn't they say bring him here, right? Or are we going to the British Museum? I'm confused. We sent a message to Lestrade to say, Lestrade, to say meet us at our house, but now we're going to the British Museum. What year is it? You look up who the Prime Minister is. I'll have to
Here's
check.
our next destination, Watson. The British Museum. Come on now, make haste. We're ahead of the game at the moment, and we want to remain that way.
Watson seems well. He's doing great. 1895. There you go. We've been there.
How do you do, Prime
By
Minister?
we, I mean
Lestrade.
Mr. Holmes, despite the intelligence and the perspicacity far above the norm
Away from
that
the
all
microphone.
of England is bestowing you, I assure you that you are 1,000 leagues from imagining to what point I am, let's say, annoyed. Inspector Lestrade here will only give one answer to all of my questions. Ask Sherlock Holmes. So, Mr. Holmes, where are we?
Can speak
A
a
few
bit
days
faster.
ago, July 14th to be exact, we received a letter from the ubiquitous Arsène Lupin. It is here for your perusal.
Is this in earnest?
The facts concur.
It's in
we
ink.
are in our third day, and he has honoured all of his engagements to date.
Even in recent history,
God.
this type of preposterousness would have led to war, do you know? Well, Mr. Holmes, all of this is too grievous to be left in the hands of an unofficial detective, no matter what his talents are. From here on, you will be working with Inspector Lestrade. You will be under his authority, and he will report to my cabinet. I am going to call a council of war, and I want you to know that no matter who you are, all contact with the press is categorically forbidden and will be punished in exemplary fashion.
Oh, there's the Michelin Man in the background.
Gentlemen, these damn French, I should send in the fleet.
My dear Lestrade, time is pressing. I don't see anyone here about. Is the museum
Archie or
closed?
Rob?
No, but as there is work underway and most of the galleries are closed, there isn't a crowd.
That's fortunate.
What
Lestrade,
is these line
listen
delivery?
well. Clear the museum of all visitors and workmen, block the entrance, and post some men around the building. No one is allowed to enter the British Museum from this point on. As for us, Watson, let us assure ourselves that Lupin's next target is still within these walls.
Wait, I have a map of the British Museum that the guard gave me. It could be of some use.
Assuming that the wiki page of the Marquis of Salisbury has some big facial hair, you're going to assume this is Archie. Well, Archie's bald, I guess. So, we got a map. We got a map, or do we have to? No, we have to talk. Well, no, hang on. No, we do have it. There are rooms. I think if you go up the stairs here and then over there, there's like a you go over the bridge and then I think no, it was right. That's where the pizza restaurant is. That's lucky. It would have been expensive to animate. No, he's gone. Okay, in we go.
And you have no idea what's going on?
No, not in the slightest, but I do know that it's rather pleasant watching all these pretty young men in uniform. Our inspector, you are quite the joker, you are going to jail, and everybody... oh, hello, gentlemen. What can we do for you?
What? What? I was rather caught off guard with every part of every sentence that was just said. These tiles are massive. We look like we're in The Sims and we're tiny. This is a kitchen floor. What are you role playing? Who knows? Who are you?
Good day. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. Watson.
You're the guy who was in charge of the gallery,
The
but
guard.
with black hair. The stone.
Could you show me the Rosetta Stone as quickly as possible, please?
Of course. Follow me.
There's a gift shop over there.
You follow me with muffled steps in the hall, up the stairs into my small room. That's where you get out your... Here, gentlemen, we have arrived. The Rosetta Stone. Did you know that it was taken from the French?
Yes.
Only too well. There stands the honour of England that we
Sherlock's
must be
cocaine's
prepared
been
to
getting
defend,
around.
Watson. Let's find Lestrade. We'll need his men to help search the museum.
Let's find Lestrade, I guess.
The famous Rosetta Stone. After Thomas Young's discovery, Champollion was able to fully decipher the great mystery of hieroglyphs. In fact, this text, a Ptolemaic decree from 196 BC, was inscribed in 3 languages: hieroglyphs, Demotics, a popular script at the time, and finally Greek.
Marvelous.
Colossal bust of Ramesses II, Ramesses the Great.
I've seen bigger. On Jeeves characters mainly. You've seen that, yeah.
Sarcophagus of Hapmen, absent for the moment, a gift of King George III.
Hapmen, men.
Granite lid of the sarcophagus of Setjau, Viceroy of Nubia in the reign of Ramesses II, 1279 to 1213 BC. Granite sarcophagus of Parhemnadja, High Priest of Fat at Memphis.
The fact that it ended in tia made me think it was a Dutch word. None of your normal parhems. No, it's a parhemnadja.
Colossal limestone bust of Amenhotep III. Ram of Amun.
I was going to say a colossal bastard.
Granodiorite bark, bearing a statue of Queen Mutemwia, who was the mother of Amenhotep III. Great sculpture of a scarab beetle.
Oh, it's great, that is. I will say, how do we know all this? Isn't Sherlock's whole thing that he just doesn't remember trivia? Like he doesn't know that the Earth goes around the sun?
Granite statue of Amun in the form of a ram protecting King Taharqa, a member of the 25th dynasty.
He's not reading his eyesight's not good enough to read these from this
Column
distance.
and chapter in the shape of a palm, red granite.
Lovely. Which, yeah, we're going to have a little tour of the museum. So that the music in the background can fully filter into YouTube's copyright
Colossal
system.
bust of Ram.
Stop talking about the colossal bastard. Right.
The Shedu. In Akkadian mythology, they were benevolent demons.
Mm-hmm. Love a benevolent demon. Big fan. Can't go.
The Shedu. In Akkadian...
We're aware of the shade. What did the shade do? Whatever they want.
Bust of Amenhotep III. Limestone stela with 3 figures of Bes, protector of households, brandishing a sword to fight evil.
Oh, I thought it was a sign for a little chef.
Granite head of Amenhotep III.
Vegetables! Fucking vegetables! From out of the dirt! That just ain't right.
Just ain't
Black
right.
Granite statues of Sekhmet, Egyptian goddess of destruction, instrument of Re's vengeance against man.
Let's go look at the Parthenon pizzas. Where are the I can't remember where the Parthenon pizzas are. Are they upstairs?
Colossal granite fist. One must imagine the rest.
We're leaving that up to Watson's dreams, I think.
Siltstone sarcophagus of Sesabek, vizier of Upper Egypt. It's an ancient Babylonian door.
But they had no need of doors. So why did they build such a big one?
Neo-Assyrian stone relief representing an homage to King Ashurnasirpal
I won't be able to open them.
The monkey is a very sought-after animal in Mesopotamian art, an exotic animal of great value.
Exotica animal. A monkey. Taken aback then. Holmes likes monkeys, we've learned. Hence Watson. Alright, Lestrade, where are you? Sorry, Lestrade. Lestrade. What you? Where's Lestrade? Smooch.
Nothing to report, Mr. Holmes.
Where are the Parthenon pieces? Oh, there's just a shed here. Good to know. Door. Come. Holmes, please. This isn't going to be important in the slightest, I'm sure. Quick, stab it. Lupin might be in there. It's a good time to take a hydration break.
Maybe now would be a good time to blow that door open with some C4 so you can get through later.
Miss
The
doesn't.
door handle is missing.
Miss doesn't like Sherlock. Confirmed. Hi, Miss. Am I stuck there? Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Almost broke it, but didn't. Alzheimer's Stone. This was the Sainsbury's wing, if I remember correctly. Wait.
Nothing to report, Mr. Holmes.
Oh. And I'm glad you are an interactable NPC. The Hi, Miss. Welcome to the British Museum. Waiting for Twitch to... Oh, boo, Twitch! Nothing to report? Oh, well, definitely nothing to report.
Nothing to report, Mr. Holmes.
Never been to the British Museum? We should go. You can see all the stuff we stole. From the French, apparently. Seen any stolen objects? Yes. The Rosetta Stone, which was stolen from the French, who stole it from Egypt. Also everything else. All the Egyptian stuff. There was a wonderful passage in a book that said that we very graciously, once we stole the Rosetta Stone, didn't steal anything else and gave it to the French instead. Oi, Lestrade.
So, Lestrade, how are things coming along?
We have finished, and if I know one thing, it's that Arsène Lupin is not hidden in this museum.
Sure.
We gave everything, even the smallest nook, the once-over, 3 times. The men have doubled
That's
the
a
watch
thrice
outside. This place is protected like a fortress.
It's an open-air building.
Excellent. Arsène Lupin isn't inside, and we have made sure that he can't enter. Remember, Lestrade, no one is to breach the walls of the museum. No one.
Tell me, Holmes, 2 hours have passed and we still haven't eaten. Can we...
Certainly, Watson.
2 hours?
Find something to restore yourself. Nothing for me.
Ask one of the men outside if there's anything left over from the mess, Watson.
Come, Inspector. Let's go over the plan one more time.
Well, Watson's a hobbit. Confirmed. Reminded of that post that she posted the other day. Or today. And I'm pretty sure there was a cafe over here, so we can probably grab something over here. Oh, they're still building. Once again reminded of all the descriptions in the British Museum that said donated or collected. Picked up off the ground, found lying around. Discovered in a jacket pocket when it went in the wash.
This limestone pedestal is crippled by the humidity. A small knock by a blunt instrument and it will topple like a castle of cards.
No, that's not important. Jelly deals! I'm gonna have some jelly deals! No one's supposed to come in, alright. Give me
Good
food.
day, gentlemen. Inspector Lestrade pointed me your way to see if there was anything left to eat.
I'm afraid not. There's a bread bag near the portal over there.
What?
There might be a bun or two.
We're gonna find a bun in a portal. Not how limestone works. Limestone just slowly dies in rain, which is why our limestone cathedrals keep having to be rebuilt. What's wrong with Lestrade? Also, what do you mean portal? You mean gate? No. Bread bag? Bread bag. He means gate. Find a bun.
Ah, it looks like the police's bread bag. It's a rubbish bag, not a bread bag.
Psst! Hey, Doctor! Psst!
But...
That's not my name.
But what are you doing there?
Word on the street is that something big is going down here.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes.
He's a raccoon.
Well, no. Regardless, you must leave.
You're going to get in trouble for talking to the press?
I want my scoop. You promised me. And the time has come to keep your word.
What do you want?
Sneak me in, and I'll take some pictures, on the sly, of course, and I'll have a screamer of a headline.
Out of the question. If one of the constables sees you in the museum, you'll be taken as their quarry, and I'll pay the price for having let you in.
There's Lupin.
Listen, Doctor, I've seen worse. Danger is part of my job. If I am caught, I won't mention your name. You owe me that much. The situation with the medal is almost sorted, and I'll be able to bring it to you tomorrow. You wouldn't rather have me turn up empty-handed and have to explain to the great detective how you've been sneaking around, would you?
I'm not even sure if I can. The museum is guarded like a fortress.
Can't even be bothered
You'll
to
manage,
watch him.
Doctor. The main thing is to find the key to open the confounded gate and get the guards out of the way for a few minutes. Good luck, Doctor. I'll be waiting.
We seem to be doing more like aiding and abetting Lupin than we are actually tracking him down and stopping him. But okay. Okay, we need to open the gate and let him in because we're an idiot. We must open the portal to get a bread bun.
Dog 2.
Dog 2. Is this better or worse than eating from the trash? Excuse me, guards. You need to let someone in.
How are you?
All's well.
Doctor.
Just doing my duty.
Before moving away from the police officers, I should try to look for the key to the portal.
Portal. Keep saying portal. Is that what they used to call gates?
Doctor.
Doctor. Oh. We found the mason's room. With a bread bun. Now it's a hammer. Stolen a hammer. Good job. It's an adventure game, everyone. Yellow paint. I've been told by video games that this must be important. I can climb it. Don't call it the garden portal? No. Although this may explain a line in Morrowind. Where it's like, you must open the portal. It's just a lifting door. And people are like, that's not a portal. Maybe it was. The portal all along. It's also very fitting because Maurice LeBlanc hated Watson's character and wrote fanfiction of him to filth. Marvelous. Gotta love it. We break this yet?
This limestone pedestal is... Before moving away from the police officers, I should try to look for the key to the portal.
I think that's how we're going to get the police officers in, just by smashing this. What does it say? Please do not run up these steps. Ooh! There's an exhibit up there about money. They've got banknotes with David Tennant's face on them. Smash the museum! What's in here? There's a gift shop over there. Ooh! Oh no. Oh no.
This machine is strange. It must help to locate oneself in this immense library.
I think you need to do a little bit more locating oneself. I think you may have gotten the wrong person.
This machine is strange. It must...
Okay, we'll ignore that. Do they sell knives? I don't know.
This machine is strange.
Shush. Is this Mr. Camp?
So, my friend, all seems well with you?
Goodness, yes. No more visitors, no more racket. At last I can take care of the filing that has been piling up.
The key!
Ah, all these treasures in the museum. A great responsibility to guarantee their security.
On an unrelated note.
By the way, are there several keys for the main entrance?
As I said to your colleague, Inspector Lemon or Lester, I can't recall, there is the one that I gave him, and there is the curator's.
Lemon was Poirot. You got the wrong story there, I'm afraid.
Where is the museum curator?
He is on holidays in Scotland for the duration of the renovations.
Scotland!
And as he's the only one who can open the strange lock on his strongbox, the key is perfectly secure.
Is one of the keys for the portal in the curator's office, then?
Yes, near the entrance. The architect is there at present.
I must go now. Until later, perhaps.
Let's go visit Miss. Lupin can wait. Here. Hey, Miss, we're coming to visit. Prepare the tablet.
This machine is strange.
Hawkeye the new indeed. Well, I'm sure there's not going to be a puzzle involving a library book. If you call it alive. Yeah, there wasn't quite as heavy a proliferation of coffee at that point, so... In. Through the door. Thank you. Yeah. Ah, the curator. Let's just steal his correspondence. I thought it was a child's drawing there. Every Wednesday morning, a meeting of the Commonwealth Archaeological Society. Take 2 magnesium pills from Dr. Bunny after each meal to open. Turn Ankh clockwise and bathtub anti-clockwise. 15. Is it Ankh or Ankh? I'm gonna do my normal and just go with something completely wrong and say Anch. Went for a massage today and was asked to avoid tea and coffee for 24 hours afterwards. You lasted 1 hour. Good for you. Okay. Ankhs and bathtubs. Whoops, we didn't want that just yet.
The museum director's reminder. Apparently he suffers from memory loss. He even jots down some sort of hieroglyphs.
That's an Atla joke. What? This isn't what safes look like. This is way more complicated than I thought it was going to be. Okay, well, this... I think that's a bit beyond us at the moment.
You were only supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
Yeah, if only. Excuse me, Mr. Journalist, you wouldn't happen to have any gelignite on you? We have a hammer. No? Still nothing in here. Talk to library person about the symbols? Or can we teleport anywhere? Oh, I haven't been there. It's all there. What do we got here? More exhibits. Ooh. An elephant. Gonna walk over here to talk about it? Or no, you're just gonna walk over here. Oh, what? Look at the elephant. He doesn't want to look at the elephant. Like now the elephant. Oh, it's because he doesn't know about them. Yes, Holmes knows all about them with his immense trivia knowledge. Penguin!
I don't have time to play tourist. I must take care of this accursed journalist.
It's a penguin! Or a great orc, maybe.
Superb, but I don't have time to visit the museum.
You're...
Phew. I've already seen similar objects during the campaigns in the colonies.
Ah, don't you love Watson? He's a great character. Oh. Get back, get back, stop. Oh my god. Oh my god, just go back.
I don't have time to play tour.
Some of this might be relevant.
Superb, but I don't have time to play tour.
Violins, some stuff there.
Superb, but I don't have...
This Watson and Holmes deserve one another.
I don't have time to play...
Okay, I'm working under the impression that Watson is not one for looking for clues.
I don't have time to play...
Okay, we'll just talk to the guy then. I can't hold the piece of paper in my hand, but hopefully more dialogue's opened up. Hey, I stole this from the curator's office. Do you know anything about it?
Beware, Damien, my hands are... Ah, something else, Doctor. Beware, Damien, my hands are... Ah, something else, Doctor.
Well, he's not interested. He's doing something with Dark. I don't know what. Constantly role-playing. I don't know. He's doing his own thing. Are we supposed to understand this? I don't recall seeing these symbols anywhere. But I may be wrong. Or is it as simple as it's just red 15? Just point the red at 15? The red 15? Maybe? I'm assuming not. I'm assuming there's more to it than that, yeah. Oh, I can right-click to go the other way. Intuitive UI. Pointing at the red 15. Does this then give me... Okay, and this then gives me codes for the other ones. But how to interpret the clue? These are clockwise. I'm imagining like so like the top two are red. The red numbers and the bottom two are well blue numbers. But in what order? Also, if these are if these are all in increments of 15, why are these in increments of 5? Can't be that many combinations. I mean, if we just need to plug in the 4 numbers that are being pointed to by the green arrows into these, then how many ways are there arranging of 4 things? 24? So, but I'm assuming if we're going with the idea that these are in, like, the red ones are at the top. Do we go in order of, like, lowest to biggest? So this will be 30, this will be 45? No, this is pointing... No, yeah, red 45. We'll try it. Why not? Oh, hang on. And then what have we got here? 30 and 75. Get this one. Do I win? No. All this for a journalist who arguably helped. He, strictly speaking, at this moment, hasn't done anything. He says he's going to help us. Right. Are we? Is this supposed to be everything? Maybe 45-30 up here? We interpret it as going clockwise around this wheel instead? No? There are multiple... From the information I have, I think there are multiple ways of interpreting it to get a solution, which is not a well-designed puzzle, but maybe I'm missing information. Journalist who is also Lupin. Don't know if you're getting flashbacks to this room, but you sure am. Bet anyway. Don't remember which game it was, though. Maybe the series in general. Oops. The wallpaper reminds me of the Super Nintendo Home Alone 2 game. Other than that, nothing immediately. I'm not missing. I have the information, right? So now I have to interpret how the game designers thought this information should be interpreted, because so far I have tried multiple things. Already searched the room. It seems that I can interact with this. Is there anything over here? Maybe? No, nothing. The note is all I need, as the Beatles famously said. So it says pointed at 15. I get 4 numbers. I get a blue 75, I get a red 45, I get a blue 30, and a red 30. I then have 4 dials up here, going from 0 to 90. I'm assuming clockwise. Maybe that's not correct. But also, like, maybe it's like, hang on. How about this? Maybe you interpret this as a red number should be turned clockwise on the dial, and a blue number should be turned anti-clockwise. So if we move clockwise from here, this is a blue 75, so that's the first number, and so that should be a 75 as viewed turning anti-clockwise, which is why these are in increments of 5. Because then that would be 60, that would be 75. The gauge scale change. It's an idea. I can't prove to you that it's a correct idea, but it's an idea. It'll be 45, this will be blue 30, which will be 2 notches up. This is red 30, which is pointing down. Nope, okay, well, that was another way to interpret it, and was unless I have done this incorrectly. 30. Oh, I have. That should be 75. This would be 45, yes. This would be 30, 2 notches. This should be 30, point down. Okay, well, that hypothesis turned out to be incorrect. I've got this. I'm not sure I have, because the clues are vague enough to have multiple solutions. I thought I was being quite clever with that one, but here we are. This is the solution. So now I hit it with a hammer. Wondering about the 4 legs on the blue arrow. I just think these are symbols to sort of look like an ankh. I don't know. They wanted it to look fancy. Maybe not. Maybe it is actually a thing. Look at the safe again so you can see which one I got wrong. Okay, let me reinterpret. So this would be, each notch here will be 50. 15, 30, 45, 60, 75. Blue 75, yeah. And it is, yeah. This is red 45. 15, 30, 45. Blue 30, 15, 30. Red 30, 15, 30. That's how I interpret it. I got 2 wrong. Has it got nothing to do with clockwise and anti-clock? Which 2 did I get wrong? Was it 1 and 3 or 2 and 4? That's my guess. It is clockwise and anti-clock. But the scale doesn't change. 2 and 4. So okay, I'm working under the assumption then that the scale is not supposed to change. I'm not supposed to interpret this as this is a different scale to this. Maybe. So I will just interpret it as I would have before, but then the 90 doesn't make sense. I don't. Yeah, that's. I don't like that. I think that's worse than the solution I came up with, because now the dials don't make sense, or now the gauge on the dials doesn't make sense for 2 and 4. You have to automatically assume that anti-clockwise is the way the gauge works, and then assume that you can just flip that, even though. Bad puzzle. Don't like it. Thank you, Jeep. I appreciate your help.
There?
Stealing stuff.
I was checking to see if the strongbox was locked.
More likely you were checking to see if it was damaged, weren't you? Well, I didn't touch it.
Oh. Calm down, young man. What has happened? You seem to be out of sorts.
You wouldn't understand. All this pressure.
It's the assistant again from the museum.
We're 3 weeks behind schedule. And they are constantly threatening to fire me if any of my workmen cause even the slightest damage to any of the works preserved here. And you come in and send my team home and place police officers all over. If they knock over a statue or break a vase, I'll end up carrying the can for the lot.
No, that's not true.
A vase?
The police are professionals. They will stay clear of the fragile objects, and the statues here are so heavy, there's no chance they will fall.
You are deceiving yourself. Look at the 2 lions at the entrance. The base of one of the 2 is crumbling so much that it will turn into dust at the slightest noise. And there are plenty like that here.
In any case, young man, you must stop tormenting yourself.
Hang on, I'll allow that in a sec.
No one will wrongly accuse you. Now I must get the police away from the entrance to sneak the journalist in.
Okay, I'm going to allow this message. There we go. Anything else?
I have nothing to ask him.
Fair enough. No one will wrongly accuse you. Time to incriminate this man. Okay. Give away the only key to the gate to a random journalist who is not Lupin. Can I teleport? Can.
Find a way to get rid of the police, Doctor.
You're welcome. Right. Time to destroy some statues. Where's my hammer? There it is.
It pains me to hurt this work of art, but I have no other choice.
Chaos, Watson.
Only an event of this magnitude can create a diversion.
Break it into small pieces. Make it sedimentary, my dear. Run! Run, you fool!
It wasn't
There we
me.
go.
Good God, what has happened?
Bravo!
It wasn't me.
Wonderful! Just wonderful!
The base must have
How would
caved
you
in
know?
under
You're
the
not
weight
even
of the
facing
statue.
the stage.
It wasn't me.
Why
The
did you
statue
have to
can't
tell
stay on
me
the
I was
ground.
having
We
such a
must keep
good
it up
time?
away from the humidity.
It wasn't me.
Find anyone in the museum to help lift it.
Did something funny
I'll go
happen?
outside to find
You never know it.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Perfect scene, 10 out of 10. Do not sit on the steps. They're cold and hard. They get piles. Watson, this is why Maurice doesn't like you. Oh, you, get in there and help.
What's all this racket?
The statue has collapsed in the entrance hall. We must quickly move it. Otherwise, the invoice will be sent to your unit. Come, give us a hand.
But we aren't allowed to leave our post.
In Afghanistan, I was shot, and I am no longer able to exert myself with that arm. I will be of no use lifting. But I could keep an eye while you help your colleagues.
In that case...
Did he call me a nutcase? I mean, not wrong, but... Hi! We broke some stuff.
Well done, Doctor. You are obviously a man of his word, and resourceful also.
Hurry up, and above all, stay hidden. The last thing I want is for you to be caught.
Ha! No one has succeeded in doing that yet. Until later, Doctor.
Oh, you smarmy so-and-so.
Ah, there you are, gentlemen. You can reclaim your post. Nothing happened. Smooth sailing.
Well, Watson, it would appear that you served as reinforcement to Lestrade's men. It's a pleasure to see that 2 sleepless nights haven't taken away your legendary spirit of enterprise. Well, gentlemen, we'll wait and wait some more.
Bit more obvious, Lupin. Begging to be
I've
recognized.
tripled the manpower surrounding the building. My men have a carbide searchlight. No way of getting past it as long as it's a clear night. I have, moreover, locked all of the exits leading onto the hall where the Rosetta Stone is found and placed a man by each of the doors.
Unclench your teeth, Lestrade. Please, I beg you.
4 of my best men are locked inside and stationed directly in front of the stone. Knowing that it weighs almost 1,500 pounds, Lupin doesn't stand a chance.
Neither does your
We'll
pop
know
filter.
soon enough.
Excuse me, Inspector, but I hope that your men won't forget to replace the iron bars in the room where they were. They shouldn't be left outside, as they don't like the humidity.
What are you saying, young man? I never gave the order to take any iron bars.
Listen, they were there 2 hours ago. Who would have taken them if not your men?
Leave it to me, Lestrade.
Did we lose the Rosetta Stone? We're trying not to. Disappearance!
Young man, you said some iron bars had disappeared. Can you show me where?
Follow me.
Oh, yep. I stole a hammer, but not iron bars.
Here's the spot.
Tell me, what
And
can
rope.
be made with iron bars?
Everything and anything.
Wood, water, concept of love.
Do you know if anything else is missing?
I don't know. I didn't take the time to look because I must prepare some plans.
Return to your work. For the time being, I'll see if anything else is missing, and I'll come find you if I need any further information. Watson, join Lestrade and keep a check on things.
As for me, I'll be in my Actually, the director's office if you need me.
Yeah, we're trying not to, but Watson's making it very hard not to lose the Rosetta Stone. I control Holmes.
A box of soap was recently removed.
Soap? This rope was soap and
Some
rope.
rolls of rope were there.
Rope and soap. And also...
There was a pulley here.
Cannot think of a synonym for a pulley that rhymes with ope. Well, that was fun. We investigated the crime scene. Why will you be in the director's office? You gonna roleplay again? Okay. What could anybody want with a rope and pulley? You, explain yourself.
I was just saying that some things are missing. Would you have any idea what could be made with...
No idea. Let's see if anything else is missing.
Thank you, miss. This is killing bots.
I was just saying that some things are missing.
No idea.
Wait, I forward. Okay. Hang on a minute, that bot was called the Grieved Turban. Did we find the imaginary Hindi man? Yeah! Get him, miss! What's in here? Oh, we can go and see the other exhibits now that we show.
This machine is strange. It must help to locate oneself in this immense library.
Yeah, Watson said the same thing. You.
Da-dum-da-dum. Quite the business this, isn't it?
Very helpful, right? Are you interested in an elephant, Holmes? Elephantary. I missed something that was missing. Interesting phrasing. But there is a penguin, so we'll get back to that. Thank you.
A stuffed penguin? Original?
Oh.
Not going to lie. I'm disappointed.
How can you be disappointed in a penguin?
I don't know whether to laugh or feel sorry for him.
He wanted to make us laugh.
I feel sorry for him.
Honestly. I try my best. Well, I
Strange,
try.
This Stella. It could be an ancient custom stop panel.
It could be, but don't call me Stella.
A koala?
Ooh, koala. Pat, pat. I do remember
Well, that was boring.
this. He's trying his best.
A sculpture from the Roman epoch. Colossal marble foot.
Yeah, maybe it goes with a fist.
Marble statue of Demeter. Impressive collection of artists' medals by Dacier.
Hang on a minute, this is a marble statue of Demeter. This is a marble statue of Defoot. Or the measurement wing.
A statue of Kali, the goddess of the dead. Destructive feminine energy.
Why does everyone hate women?
A lovely string of ears.
What's wrong with you?
It's either this show or indigestion. I hope it's indigestion.
Why?
It'll get better in a little while.
It's Richard I, King of England, better known as Richard the Lionheart.
Lion.
The solar system. Impressive and ingenious.
I don't understand it a bit.
The famous Piranesi vase.
I remember seeing that.
A unique collection of precious ancient vases. Curious piece. An incomplete table service, but priceless all the same.
Wow, judgy. Man has exacting standards. Right, back we go. If you click on entrance hall on the map, you go outside. Perfectly reasonable. Righto, what did we miss? What did we miss that's missing? And over here. Oh, in the courtyard. Okay. To the courtyard. I'm assuming it's going to be by that hut. But let's check the cafe first. Still haven't built it. Ooh, ah. Thank you. Whoa, Oi, camera. Oi, no, over here, through the gift shop. Something feels off about the scale of this. I feel like it should be bigger. Felt bigger. And here. Yay, worked out how to get around the door. There we go.
The print from the bag that was found here is quite clear. The bag was recently removed.
They stole a bag. A handbag? Is that enough? This game's making me realize why Escape the Room games were so popular. Because everything's in one room. You don't have to run across courtyards. Even when you know what you're looking for. Escape the Room games are great! That was my adolescence right there. Played thousands of... Never played a real one. But IRL room escape thing. One day, maybe. You! Bags! Soap! Rope!
I
Pulleys!
was just saying that some things are missing. Would you have any idea what could be made with...
No idea. Let's see if anything else is missing.
There is more. Okay. There was, it transpires, more to be found, or not found. It's often fun. Ah, here we are.
A tarpaulin protected these materials, and it was removed.
Ah! Ding ding! Tarpaulin. Something. Everybody say thank you, Paulin. A tarpaulin. Yes.
Any news, Mr. Holmes?
Tarpaulin.
I think I made the round of all the missing objects. Here I noted them on a piece of paper. Can you tell me now what could be made with this?
I wrote them down.
Hold on. I need to think for a moment.
It's quite thoughtful of them.
What's going on, Barn Cow?
Barn Cow?
The police are too kind. They took the time to remove the rubble that was in the hall.
However, they were given orders to not leave their post. Strange. I must look into that.
We're all very stupid.
Until later.
Barn Cow. Tarpaulin. Footprints. They size 9s.
Look.
With a grippy sole. Yes.
Hold on. The most recent footprints on the ground correspond exactly with those that I found in the National Gallery, in the soil from the pot. Those of Lupin.
Lupin's in. It's not loop out, I guess. Come on, tell me they're size 9.
These footprints are size 9.
See?
Oh, I think I found it, Mr. Holmes. Upon closer inspection, the soap doesn't seem to have anything to do with this. I think they mean to install a pulley on a tripod in order to reel up a load situated much lower, like in a mine, for example.
Fair enough, Cat. Sims floor. I mentioned it looked like the Sims floor earlier, yeah. Great minds and all that. Why was Lupin near the broken statue? Was Watson Lupin all along? Maybe he was stealing this. Wait. Continue.
What is the maximum weight of the load that we can raise?
Given the strength of the bars, it would all depend on the counterweight used. If, for example, we used one of the pedestals of the lions in front of the stairs, we could lift more than 2,000 pounds.
2.5?
Holmes!
Yep.
Holmes! Come here! Quick!
It's Watson. We must get to him quickly.
Was Watson Lupin all along? He's not that smart. Or is it a case of like that clip from Doctor Who? He's not as stupid as he seems. My dear, nobody could be as stupid as he seems. Yeah, Val. But does the guy sound like a massive dweeb? That's Watson.
blasted door, I can never seem to open it. Oh, there it is.
Quick!
Blazes.
Damnation.
Outside, quickly. We can attempt to intercept him before he absconds.
Lupin, he's there.
He's surfboarding. Surfing the Rosetta Stone. When did you set this up? Just now with soap and a rope. Oh, we're just gonna stand here with our arms crossed. Oh, I like Lupin. I need to read these stories.
My men are searching the area, but nothing yet. There's no sign of the stone, and even less of the man himself. We've been trumped. And here I thought our security was perfect.
It was, Lestrade, it was. It was impossible for him to enter the museum unless we let him in ourselves.
What are you suggesting? None of my men would have...
It wasn't one of your men, Lestrade. They are all fine police officers. No, it would have been someone who was deceived by Lupin and let him in unwittingly. What do you think, Watson?
Ah, well, you must be right, Holmes, as usual.
Very well. I will have my men keep an eye on the watchman and the architect. Who knows if either of those two chaps is an accomplice of the diabolical Frenchman?
Do that, Lestrade. As for you, Watson, would you be so good as to examine the police who lost consciousness? They may have been injured in the scuffle.
Certainly.
There is a message written on Lupin's calling card. The game begins anew.
No, it continues. Can I buy them soon? Share the book? Ooh. Where is it that you should go? The beasts at the entrance, no. Look for the dark, not the light. The one on the left will steer you right. Okie dokie. The game never ended, Holmes. It's the same game. Holmes has no concept of a round. Right, now here's the question. Has Watson worked out who Lupin is? I'm not gonna guarantee. Actually, are they referring to... I think there are statues out here, but might be referring to the ones by the stairs. It's fine. Are there no statues there? I thought there were statues there. Huh. I guess not. Oh, that's this one. Let's have a smoke.
A new message. What now?
Veroni's lovers. Moliere, the poet, was the greatest of the great, till along did come that Englishman we do hate. What you are now to do is find his Veroni's lovers too. Thank you for clipping that.
I must find a connection to those Veroni's lovers.
I don't know all of them. This Watson is stupid, so no. I'm assuming it's Verona. I don't know anything about them. Ow! Was eating dinner and almost died. Oh no. Hello. You, explain.
What is this sharp thingy? My God, what have you got in your head? I'll have to watch out for your bread if you stick it in my... So, Mr. Holmes, so many emotions tonight. Isn't that right?
At least you haven't lost your good humour.
Oh, you know, one lost pebble just makes room for one more.
It's a very peculiarly written person. And you know what? I think you know what. Verona! Romeo and Juliet? Maybe. Makes sense. I'm assuming he was having an issue with Shakespeare.
Listen, I'm searching for a book having to do with the lovers of Verona.
You will certainly find it here in the reading room. There are plenty of love stories from Verona and elsewhere, maybe even something from London, for example, in a museum,
He's flirting. Man's losing his nut. He should be so lucky.
If I was looking for a book in this massive library, how would I go about doing it?
Look in one of the catalogues near the entrance. The catalogue will indicate in which part of the library, on which level, and which shelf, going left to right, the book is found.
If at first you don't succeed, fail again.
Thank you.
Well, you've given me permission to keep failing, so let's go.
This machine is strange. It must have...
Verone.
I must have made a mistake. Time to think.
Shakespeare.
I must have made a mistake. Time to think.
Think.
I must have made a mistake. Time to think.
What am I doing? Sorry, I was distracted by him flirting with us. When the catalogue's near the entrance, catalogues will indicate in what part of the library and which level, which shelf, going from left to right, the book is found. So it hasn't mentioned what book it is, but I guess we'll just type in Romeo and Juliet.
Here's what I've been looking for.
So we just had to know that, I guess. G84. Oh, okay. I thought there were more stairs. Hang on. Which level and which shelf? It's there. Where's the G8 for? What's that? It didn't tell me the level.
There, Romeo and Juliet. Look, a piece of paper seems to be marking a page. There's something written on it.
Something something east and something Juliet is the sun or whatever. Look what sun from yonder window shines. Bronze door poem. Leading nowhere, I've seen a door of red copper or bronze from ages yore. You are within range of the way out. The next book, my friend, if you don't know how to count and how to look. If you know how to count. The fourth band, starting from the ground, you will count the men roaming around. The number found will be that of the page on which you must read the first word I gauge. Must be a U in there? Yeah, that's how I feel right now. Now the seventh, counting from the top, take only the left and then stop. Count the legs of the animals that neigh. Use it as you did the other. That's the way. The book that is used for reference will be found with a bit of chance. Sorry, reference. Bit of chance. The product of the two numbers found gives you the page, my advice is sound. Right. Seen the door of red copper and bronze from ages yours. So they'll go to the big door, I guess. Within range of the way out. The next book, my friend, if you know how to count and how to look. The fourth band, starting from the ground. Count the men roaming around.
Thanks to this door, I should know which book to find next.
Thanks to this door. This door. Let's go to the door, I guess. I prefer Shakespeare. Don't remind us that we could have been playing Hitman right now. You know about the topography of London and the importance of the Tower Ravens. You know about Romeo and Juliet. Well, there are only finitely many buttons on the map, and the Ravens were explicitly mentioned in a piece of text in the game. I don't think they've mentioned Romeo and Juliet anywhere, like in writing in the game, so you just kind of have to know it, I guess. So what am I doing? Oops. Fourth band from the ground. Count the men roaming around. Number found will be that of the page on which you must read the first word. 7th, counting from the top, they go neither left then stop. Count the legs of the animals that neigh. Let's drive for a bit. Have a good drive.
It's an ancient Babylonian door.
Oh, okay. Yeah, more valued. So yes, let me just double check what I want. 4th band from the ground.
It's an ancient Babylonian door.
I can't check my notes while I'm in there. That's annoying. The men.
It's an ancient Babylonian door.
The men roaming around. Roaming around. So I'm assuming not on a horse.
Aline, I'll come for you, and that's a promise.
Well. Maybe +9.
Did you know that it's an ancient Babylonian door?
We've discovered that this is an ancient Babylonian door. Miss has informed us, because they have such fantastic knowledge of these things. 7th, counting from the top, take only the left and then stop. Okay, so only look at the left-hand side, I guess. Count the legs of the animals that neigh. Use it as you did the other.
It's an ancient Babylonian door.
No, it is. So 1, 2, 3. 6. $17 horses times 4 is 68.
Someone found it behind their garden shed. They didn't nick it or anything.
I completely forgot I'm only supposed to be looking at the left. 9. There are 9 horses. That's 36. Yeah, it just happened to appear behind their shed. It's amazing.
Thanks to this door, I should know which book to find next.
Yeah, that line probably should have been said there and not in the library. It's fine. Book that is used for reference will be found with a bit of chance. The products of the 2 numbers found gives you the page, my advice. So. Okay. Well, if we're dealing with 12, then what's 36 times 12? 360, 72, 432? Or it could be 21 times 36. But that's what I'm going for at the moment. What do I do with this? Do I go back to the thing? The catalog reference? Just type in 432?
I must have made a mistake.
No.
Time to think.
Just check I did my arithmetic. Yeah, that should have been it. So let's try 21. 7, 20, 7, 5, 6.
I must have made a mistake. Time to think.
What do? Thoughts, peoples? Any ideas? Do I go back to Romeo and Juliet? And look at the page that I need? Well, it's not 4-3. It wasn't 756.
I must have made a mistake.
Just admit you've been listening rather than watching. I don't think that would give you any more information. A far larger number. Hang on, let me... I need to read the clues again. I shouldn't be getting a far larger number than that from what I've... Fourth man, count the number of men roaming around. Number found will be that of the page on which you must read the first word I gave. So do I just have to search that first? Well,
I must have made a mistake.
21.
I must have made a mistake.
Oh. What's the puzzle? Puzzle is this. Leading nowhere, I've seen a door of red copper and bronze from ages yore. You are within range of the way out. The next book, my friend, if you know how to count and how to look. The fourth band starting from the ground, you will count the men roaming around. The number found will be that of the page on which you must read the first word I gauge. At a seventh, counting from the top, take only the left and then stop. Count the legs of the animals that neigh, use it as you did the others, that's the way. The book that is used for reference will be found with a bit of chance. The product of the two numbers found gives you the page my advice is sound. Still got to find what the book is. Or are we still talking about Romeo and Juliet? Okay. Let's go back to the door. Forget about Romeo and Juliet, that's gone. So what's the book? Okay, we're going to go back to the door, just to double check our findings. I will talk you through what I'm thinking. Right, oh look, glass. Now the men, horse legs, add them together. That's what I, well, product, so take the, multiply them together. But, that's the idea. Unless I'm doing something very silly. So this is the
It's
first
an
one.
ancient Babylonian door.
Is the fourth band up. Number of people is either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 32. Why did I write 12 then? Where did I get 12 from? Did I miss one in the chariot? I think there are 9 in the chariots. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because it says the ones wandering around, so I don't know if it's discounting the ones in the chariots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I'm going to double check that I've counted 32. I have no idea why I wrote down 12. That's 31 now, so... Of course, the abstract maths guy can't count. We've been over this. I'm terrible with numbers. This isn't algebra. You got 32? We'll go with 32. It's either 32 or 41. Right. In that case, we want the product of that and the number of legs on the horses of the this man on the left-hand side.
It's an ancient Babylonian door.
Number of horses: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 horses, 4 legs each. 36. 36 legs. So 32 times 36. I just gotta go. I don't trust myself at this point. 32 times 36, 1,152. Alternatively, 41 times 36, 1,471. Do need to count the ones in the carriages as well, in which case it should probably be 1,470. My educated. Don't know all our 4 legs? So you try and take a shortcut. Never take a shortcut. Legs depicted. Biblically accurate legs. They assume all of 4 legs. Okay, right. They made the same assumption as me. Good. love having all-knowing Cheap here, who can just go, no. Kick us in the shins. Oh, 1471.
I must have made a mistake. Time to think.
That's because I wrote it down wrong again. It's 1476.
This is where the books
There we
dealing
go.
with the Empire's dominions are found.
Hindu! We found the imaginary Hindi man. That's why you suck at panic. He was out here saving lives. Calculations right, numbers wrong. I can't write down numbers today, apparently. Keep putting ones in places they shouldn't be. What are we? Hindu enchantment. C. Custode and DW materia. D147. Still don't know what that means. We'll just go to D and find it. Indie man's been found. Because there's no way of telling like what bookcase is what, right? So 14.7 doesn't really mean anything. The big number, so I'm guessing upstairs. Yeah.
Ah, here's the book I was looking for. Hindu Enchantment. Nothing special here.
Well, yeah, it's all blurred out. What is what with who, and also with 32.
Nothing special here.
No. 41.
Ah, this book is interesting.
Kali. Kali the Black is the destructive and creative mother goddess of Hinduism. Kali is associated with many devas, and is often praised as the greatest of all deities. She is one of the 7 flickering tongues of Agni, the god of fire, Agni having the same root as the Latin word ignis. Her name derives from the word Kala, or Kali's name derives from Kala, I was going to say, meaning time in Sanskrit. She who devours time. She who is mother of time. She is equally the black female, the opposite of her consort Shiva, whose body is covered in white ashes. She is his Shakti, his creative energy, without which he is but an empty shell. Okay, Kali, I'm guessing, is the hint here. It was the first word on this page. Did you know you're 100% picturing Cartoon Cheap sitting in front of a tome holding the leash of baby harness tied around Snap? That's probably reasonable. Okay. Kali, then. Yeah, the number found will be that of the page on which you must read the first word, Kali. Use it as you did the other, so maybe I have to do that with the other number as well. That's right.
Ah, here's the book I was looking for. Hindu Enchantment.
Just in case.
Ah, this book is interesting.
Search. Search for Kali.
I found the correct pages in the book. Now, what should I look for?
Didn't even let me read it. We must search for Kali. Look for a book under K? Let's go to the thing. Down we go. Who knows what the other page said? Just had the word search, and that was enough for Sherlock.
I must have made a mistake. Time to think.
No longer looking for a book. Great. Is there an exhibit on Kali? I'm guessing it'll be in here.
Strange, this Stella.
And that was Stella, not Kali. That's the penguin. That was the foot, Demeter, the mile.
Impressive collection of artists' med.
Oh. Ah, please, the female figure. Oh no!
A new message. What now?
Did he carve a groove in that? Or was that always there? Three Brothers poem. As I was travelling to St. Ives. There are three brothers exactly the same, but one of us has been altered in the game. Remove it if you please, but do not hurt us. The addition can be removed without much fuss. What? When did you set this up, Luffy? He's been working here for several years. Three brothers. Anything in here? Trying to think what we've seen off the top of my noggin. Doesn't look like anything in here. To Egypt. Egyptian and Babylonian. Oh, I remember the little chef. Yeah, this is Sherlock enrichment. These little chef.
Here are the three brothers that the poem speaks of. Lupin is right. I mustn't destroy this piece, but there is a clue.
That's the difference between you and Watson. There's a clue. Robin. Let me know if I'm blind and I'm missing. Not you, is it? There's lines here that makes me think the arms are removable.
A new message. What now?
Drink or be drunk. Treaty on wine jugs. What? Feels unpleasantly like being drunk. What's wrong with being drunk? Ask a glass of water. What?
All of this must surely have a connection with the books that are found in the reading room.
Okay, reading room, right. Thanks, Schlock. Almost as fast as Cheeb there. Drink. Drink or be drunk. Treaty on wine jugs. E12. Right. Hitchhikers. What floor is this on? Douglas Adams. Let's go to D. Up we go. There it is.
Drink and be drunk. Here's the book. One of the pages is dog-eared. It must be important. I'll copy it out.
Dog-earing library books? How dare. This receptacle of over 3 feet high is adorned with geometric motifs suggestive of leaves and reeds. The handles, which were inappropriate for transportation, were very decorative and were sculpted into the shapes of necks and heads of geese resting on the side of the basin. Without a doubt, the artist imagined them as being the ancient guardians of the divine beverage that was destined to be decanted in this sumptuous receptacle, but also as the sarcastic witness of the boorish behaviour of the intoxicated guests. I'm intoxicated. After a few ladles full, who knows what mockeries some imagined to be coming from their beaks. Hello.
It's curious what is written here.
It is, it's curious, isn't it? Lupin was here for several weeks, just setting things up. Having a nice time. The building works, there are no building works. All of those builders were Lupin.
The famous
There's
Pyrenees.
I just remember this being a big thing. Ah, this.
There is something here.
Poem of Two Monkeys. How many more links in this chain do you reckon there are going to be? Behind another holding two monkeys is a man. From the nail of the left thumb starts the plan. Then down 3 downwards you must alight. Next step is to go 5 to the right. To find the second, it won't take long. A round picture good for eating. We'll get it for a song. You'll see 2 young girls and an olive tree. Measure the width of this plate you'll see. First one by 100 minus the second by 10. This gives the exact place where you'll find me then. It was in the air, yes. Behind another holding 2 monkeys is a man.
I must find something that resembles the description given in the poem.
It was plates. Wasn't there plates over here?
Wonderful dishes.
Wonderful. What? Oh, I missed that. Oh, hang on. Round picture, good for eating, blah, blah, blah. 2 young girls on an olive tree, the width of... And there's a tree, and there's 3 people. I think that's a young girl. $52?
There, I measured it properly.
Diameter, 52 centimeters.
As opposed to Demeter, who's just down the corridor. Okay, that's 52. What's with the monkeys? We're holding monkeys. Anything in the pot? Not in the pot. Plate 52 centimeters. Are they using centimeters at this point? In Victorian Britain? Not that that's the only inaccuracy I can point out. Don't know why I'm walking. Yeah, Moba. I went to the wrong place. Yeah, Moba. Well, I think we've all calmed down now after the the Great Lupin surfboard incident. Oh, it's all in the permanent exhibition. Okay, thank you. It's the elephant. I'm telling you. Why is no one interested in the elephant?
A koala?
Koala? And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna solve the puzzle. Oh. Almost a joke.
A lovely Stradivarius. The solar system.
No, wait, it's not. Okay.
Bravo! Oh, bravo! Wonderful! Just wonderful! How would you know? You're not even facing the stage. Why did you have to tell me I was having such a good time? You know, that was almost funny.
A man
They
holding
better
2
be
monkeys.
careful. They'll
Curious
spoil a
piece.
perfect record.
Okie dokie, what was from the nail of the left thumb starts the plan. 3 down, 5 right. So from here, 3 down, right? Or is this the nail? What am I doing? Why is this one lit up?
I will recopy all of that to better study it.
I definitely recognize the distinct cuneiform writing. I must decipher this text.
Oh, right, we're doing a Caesar cipher. Okay. That's not how cuneiform works. Okay. Oh boy. Guessing these all say the here. They, them. Oh, here, yes. Where is the symbol? I cannot see. There it is. It, fourth line. Fourth. It could be it could be at. Cuneiform, famous for having 26 characters. If that's... It's either an A or an I. It also appears here. That's it. Or it could be at. That could be hall or hill. Let's be L. It only really appears there as well. Them, they, then. I feel like this word, learn. Exrempt. More likely to start a sentence with they? Yeah, but we also don't know how weird this is. If Lupin left us this message in his mysterious cuneiform-ish stuff. Parent is the only one I can think that goes there. To give you the first word? No. We can. We'll work it out. We'll get there together. Group effort. Time that is weird, or they time the like measure time. They time the something, or it could be halfway through an instruction. Then time the. But if that's an I, then that would be an I. Something EI. That doesn't seem likely. Although possibly this could be and. Give us anything? Well, that would be and as well. Should we try that and see? No, I'm gonna try making that and. See what that gives. Whoops. Then take the C and not it on... Oh, and put it on the right. No, put it on the something. And something, the something. In the... Something. Something. All here. There's upwards of 900 symbols, depending on what version of cuneiform you're looking at, because it did change over time. Nice. I think take is probably likely, yeah. It did start with then. This is why you can't assume this is a reasonable sentence. I mean, putting a K there is probably not all that helpful, although it would be, it appears there. Or tame, and tame the sea. Then as we rhymes. On last word could be in. But then that would be something I, which seems unlikely. And so on. And so on? Could this be an S? Doesn't appear anywhere else. That would be on there. R-O. On top of it. Yeah, I'm going with that. Forest. So that is S. Take the sea and put it. Are these in any order? There we go. Sorry, I've just been looking at this for a bit. People have probably already given me the solutions. But it's almost certainly take, isn't it? Take the sea and put it on the rocks. And place. Be nice if they removed the symbols I've already used. Place the forest on top of it all. Here is your hill. Go on, I guess. Measure. If this is an instruction for us, it's probably measure. Are we happy with this? Yeah. What? 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 What?
Neo-Assyrian stone relief representing an homage to King Ashurnasirpal II.
Where did the thing go? Where did it go? What happened? Drink or run, you must choose. What? Why does it say that? Oh! 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 This is a first-person game! Oh, amazing. This is how I'm playing it now. Hate this. The first person. The camera is awful. Over here. Oh, we can't go over here. How you doing? Right, well, that still hasn't solved my problem. Arguably, it's just given me more. Over the hill, measure something, put the C on the rocks. What was it? Just put the C on the rocks, whoops. And then that on the forest. And then measure it. Can't focus on the screen now, it's fine, we'll get out of it.
Neo-Assyrian stone.
I don't care, I want to know. Ah, here we go. Then take the sea and put it on the rocks and place the forest on top of it all. Here is your hill, measure it and go on. No, that's fine. I wasn't particularly planning on carrying on doing it like that anyway. It's much more jank from this perspective. How did I even do that? I clicked on the camera down here and it says first person perspective. I just never noticed before. But if we need it to look at things, we have it. Forest Sea. Back to the library. Thank you. What would we do in here? If we just search that expression, then take the sea. Oops.
I must have made a mistake. I must have made a mistake.
No, okay. Not referencing that. Take the sea, put it on the rock, place the forest on top of it all. Here is your hill, measure it and go on. Because the previous... Oh, it's been added to this poem now. Beholding 2 monkeys is a man, from the nail 3 downwards must alight, next step is go 5 to the right. Then take the sea and put it on the rocks and place the forest on top of it all. Here is your hill, measure it and go on. Need to insert sea, rocks, forest. Really? Okay. Would not have guessed that.
Here's what I've been looking for.
Nightmare in the Seas, Rocks and Forests, that's not what I searched. In 3 volumes, Oliver Levershart. C45. Thank you, Jeeb. Don't get it either, that's what I thought you'd just give it to me. That is good judgment, thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, just hang on while we're here. That's pretty. Oops. Just do that occasionally. Probably down here, right? Yep. Put the sea on the rocks and then put the forest on top. But can I? There we go. 17.2.
There, I measured it properly.
17 centimeter 20. All of this must surely have a connection with the books that are found in the reading room.
Where we are. Okay, what do I have to need to do with these? First one by 100. 72. Minus the second by 170, minus the second by 10. 5, so 1200? Gives you the exact place you will find it.
Elementary.
Sure. French cuisine, gastronomic exoticism by Ferdinand Porcus. We're still going. J93. We're still going, everybody. Yay. The weeding womb. Oh. Oh, the weeding womb. Sherlock Holmes? In the British Museum. We will learn about French cuisine. Oh, tables français, l'exotisme en gastronomie. Nice. What? Hello. Hi. Hello. How you doing? You doing alright? How about you? Dude. Am I looking for anything in particular? Or? Fish. Camel. Speaking of maths, you need to take your maths placement test with Alex for college soon. I'm going to try and take it later tonight. You're scared. You can do it. I believe. Game's supposed to be tedious and not fun. If so, this game's doing a great job. we got surfboarding Lupin. Any more excitement than that, and our heads are going to explode. We need to come down after that with some really boring search work. Well, am I looking for anything in particular? Or? Oh, and Ginger, yeah, can't forget Ginger. That time we fed a turtle to a bird. Is that better or worse than my horses? Gonna say better. It looks more like a seahorse. And is empty. Earth didn't have a name yet. Sherlock's enjoying himself, exactly. The game is afoot and all that. Can I turn pages? Touch it. And touch the book. Good job, me. The game's been afoot 7 times already. Soon it'll be at hand. Or at hand, I suppose. Did I complain, where's Wally? I'm just clicking everywhere, by the way. Just so you know. Where's Lupin? Who could it be? What are we looking for? No, not a clue. Honestly, not a clue. Not a sausage. I'm looking for Lupin, literally. Is he here somewhere? Oh, there he is. He's got a koala.
The presence of Lupin in this picture is as anachronistic as the animal he's holding.
He's been doodling in books. Didn't just dog ear things. Doodling him. Right, I know where there's a koala. When did he set this up? Who knows? Had a wonderful holiday just graffitiing all over London. And then thought, what can I do with this?
A koala. The animal is holding a small piece of paper between its paws.
There we go. I can be full of water or full of wine. The potter gave me a beautiful design. I am amongst others, and for your sake, you must break me as I am fake. Smash them all. I have 2 handles, but not one cork. On me I have yellow, brown, and black. You can see animals on another. Is it a sparrowhawk or a vulture? Always find the things easily after giving up. Set this up while we were hunting for birds. Yeah, probably. Right, we talking about these pots, or...?
There is something here.
there was something. I thought I'd have to work out which one it was. But no, Sherlock's just... tip! So he was right. We owe this museum so much money. Apparently it's a fake. But we're also taking Lupin's word for it. Oh yay, a puzzle! Right, start with the corners. I can rotate them, yippee. Put that there for now. That looks reasonable. Anyway, what do people have planned for the week? Anything fun? Fun times? Excitement? Thrills? Spills? Hang on, what? Oh, that's almost a corner. No. And like I'm having a blast. It's amazing. Look, I got surfboarding Lupin. I can't complain too much. Strawberry jam. Canned in pineapple. Nice. Dog's got the hairdresser tomorrow. Oh. Well, make sure he lets him go. You all having fun? A lovely time? Gosh, I'm so smart. Look at me being the smart. I can solve the puzzles.
A new message. What now?
I'm so smart. It says on the box 3 to 5 years, and it only took me 5 minutes. Everyone remind me that it never to be complained about something in the future. He got Lupin surfing the Rosetta Stone. Fair enough. That's fair. Getting your eye poked out of the hospital because med's not working enough, so that's going to be a new experience. Oh no! Well, I hope they can work stuff out and help out.
I wouldn't mind this show if they just got rid of one thing. What's that? Me?
Doodle and Roo! Exciting. Very exciting. About to start babysitting in a couple of minutes. I'm going to try and do stuff for your college admissions and such later. Also very exciting. And Claire Obscure. Hope everything goes well, Ken. Both bull and lion, guardian and demon, the bearded face of a man strong and true. Wings spread, I hold the next sermon between my sharp claws, I the schedule.
I must find something that resembles the description given in the poem.
First things we looked at, wasn't it? It was the other one. Was it?
A piece of paper is still hidden there. Lupin must have prepared his coup for weeks, even if he was obliged to improvise somewhat tonight.
Must have prepared his coup for a week. Or was the last line of that poem more in focus than the rest of it? Sharpened his pencil towards the end. It means nothing, but could the developers really not make it look all the same? It's a quick reminder that this is the remastered version of this game. From the youngest...
Well, I didn't think I'd live to see it, but for once they've given us something other than second-rate entertainment. What's that? Third-rate entertainment.
Asking a lot. From the youngest Henry Award, half of his number to Edward, you must replace the king you did obtain with Richard, whose number is the same, minus that of Charles I, to move forward. From John to the first James, you must cut a Christian name. Their numbers plus 3 will do. This given name we give this number to and exchange this king with Charles II. What? Am I supposed to look up kings? I need to go to the library and look up king. Because I don't know the numbers of the kings.
I must have made a mistake. Time to think. I must have made a mistake. Time to think.
Let's go get the horrible history song. Come on. It's probably not what I'm supposed to do.
I must have made a mistake. Time to think.
Maybe if I type in one of the names.
I must have made a mistake.
Still 2 months till he starts school.
Da-dum-da-dum. Quite the business this, isn't it?
Well, you are less help than I'd hope. Gotta go now. Have a good. Hope babysitting is chill. Ooh, book. We left the book there. Right. We haven't seen anything with kings in any exhibit, because this is the British Museum and these are British kings. So clearly they're not going to be in the British Museum, because that's where all the stolen stuff is. Oh, there's more. There's more. The Richards and the Wills look for their equal number with skill. 6 right and 1 up high. One another you must try to conserve the same numbers still. The column's order is what you must fix. Placement could be better. Change the 4s with a 6. Next, trace a path between 2 sovereigns from the most aged to the youth and link the 2-2 domains. 2-2 domains. To finish, you must toss Anne to the lion's heart at the centre of the cross. The secret will impart. William, Henry, Stephen, Henry, Richard, John. When you get an award, what do you get pinned to you? Crimes. A medal? Have we seen medals? Yes. But we sold medal. Oh, is it in the thing? Yes, yeah, I remember, yeah. Not only have we seen medals, I've seen medals. Yeah, we had a medal stolen. Right. Okie dokie, so. Reset, oh god. It's just me being cut in half by this game. My brain is in 2 halves. One is saying, solve the puzzle, it'll be real fun, and the other one's saying, just run as quickly as possible in the opposite direction. From the youngest Henry, award half of his number to Edward. Youngest Henry. Henry. 9, that's 8th. Is that the last Henry? This is the youngest. Half his number to Edward. So, Edward the 4th. There. Edward the 4th. Minus that of Charles the 1st to move forward. Oh no, hang on. Edward. You must replace the king you did obtain with the Richard whose number is the same. So swap Richard the 4th with Edward the 4th. Richard the 4th. Is there a Richard? There's a Richard the 3rd. It's the fat wife killing one. Yay! Doesn't look like there is a Richard the 4th, so I think I've already messed up. No. Yeah. But how can I half the number? Or are we talking about the number in line? Because this would be what? 20? So we're looking for 10? Minus, hang on. Half his number to Edward. You must replace the king you did obtain with the Richard whose number is the same. Minus that of Charles I. Sorry, I didn't read on. Okay, so Edward IV, we swap with Richard III.
Perfect. Now on to the next step.
Right. Next step. Read the entire verse before we carry on. From John to the first James, you must cut a Christian name. Their numbers plus 3 will do. This given name we give this number to, and exchange this king with Charles II. John to the first James, you must cut a Christian name. Shut up, Sherlock, we're working. There's one of the murdered wives. Probably not. Edward IV looks like Trump. John to the first James. John. Where's the first James? James. John to the first James. Must cut a Christian name. What does that mean? You've cut your Christian name, is the answer you? Mary. Mary the Second? Got a Christian name. I would not have worked that out. We're all heathens. Their numbers plus 3 will do. This given name we give this number to. Oops. What? Between the John and James, there's a Mary. There's a lot of other people as well. Add the numbers, you get 3? What is it? Add the numbers and 3. Hang on. From John to the first James, you must cut a Christian name. Their numbers plus 3 will do. This given name, we give this number to. And exchange this king with Charles II. What? 6, I guess? I mean, there's more than one Mary. I still don't understand. Christian name's not Mary. Right. John to the first James, we cut a Christian. Let's go back. Well, you were being clever. That's fine, that's fine. I think the game is thinking the same thing. And you're probably doing better. From John to the first James, you must cut a Christian name. Their numbers plus 3 will do. That might give us 5, I guess. If it's just 2 of them, we're not... Must cut a Christian name. This given name, we give this number to and exchange this king with Charles II. Something the 5th? Henry? But how does that cut from John and James? Hated it. Christian name's Henry. Why? Like, I would have guessed... Well, it could have been Henry or Edward, because I think we're going for 5, right? Never been a good Christian, but who's Henry in the Bible? They might just be going with the fact that Christian name is another way of saying first name. But it still doesn't... From John to the first James, you must cut a Christian name. Anyone in particular? I mean, it's Henry, but... Because there's John up here, and there's the first James. from them cut. I mean, we could... Hang on, might go to the hints. I just want to know why. Yeah. Yes. Oh, no, that's spoilers. They don't even explain in the hints. They don't even explain what this means. Give the solution for this line. It's less the solution and what the hell the clue means. Presumably we want to swap. Okay, I've already forgotten what the one was. It was not looking at that. Charles II. Okay, so we're swapping Charles II with Henry V. Is that what we're supposed to do? I just want to know where the hell Henry came from. Christian name is synonymous with first name. You are weirdly mad. Yes, that is a thing. You draw an imaginary line from John I to James I. This intersects with Henry IV and Henry VII. What? If I draw an imaginary line between them, the middle's here between Henry and Richard. Yeah, John and James and add 3, that's, yeah, Henry V. I'm sure, I still don't know where Henry's coming. I mean, I guess there's more Henrys. If you draw a line, it's sort of like, well, there's a Henry there, Henry. Okay, I'm just going to swap Henry V with, was it Charles II? Yes. But he wasn't happy with me. He didn't say yay, but I'll go with it. Pick Henry because there's the most Henrys. Sure. He didn't say yay, but whatever. We've got 4 more verses. The Richards and the Wills look for their equal number with skill. Richards and Wills look for their equal number with skill. 6 right and 1 up high. One another you must try to conserve the same numbers still. What? Richards and Wills look for their equal number with skill. The fact that we can't have this on the same screen. Sherlock has not said perfect, no. Does that mean it wasn't Henry? I'm just going to look at it. Henry the Sixth. What? Why Henry the Sixth? It was John I and James I. Their numbers added 3 is 5. What? They can't even do the number right. Well, that was a... John the First plus James the First plus a Christian name plus 3 is 6. Okay, I'm just going to reset. It says here, replace Edward IV with Richard III.
Perfect. Now on to the next step.
The next step is replace Henry VI with Charles II.
Perfect. Now on to the next step.
Right. Back to maths and you hate it. This isn't maths. Maths makes sense. Richards and the Wills look for their equal number with skill. 6 right and 1 up high. One another you must try to conserve the same numbers still. 6 right and 1 up high. Oops. I managed to pick that up from the menu. You hear that? I'm now holding it. 6 right. 1 up high. William III, so swap William and Richard III? Richard? Nope. I want to flip the table of medals. Literally have to swap the Richards and the Wills with one another, all three of them. Why 6 right one? What? Okay, right, sure. I'm happy to call this a failed puzzle. Richard the Second. William Second. Richard the First. William the First.
Perfect. Now on to the next step.
6 right, 1 up high, 1 another. You must try to conserve the same star. I still don't know why it says 6 right, 1 up high. The columns order is what you must fix. Placement could be better. Change the 4s with the 6. So just completely swap column 4 and column 6. Is that what I got to do? I'm going to try it. It's easily reversible.
Perfect. Now on to the next step.
Wait, was that it?
Perfect.
No.
Now on to the next
He's
step.
going to say it when I do each one.
Perfect. Now on to the next step. Perfect. Now on to the next step.
Meanwhile, Lupin is surfing a stone through London, yeah. Let me play his game. It seems better. Next, trace a path between 2 sovereigns from the most aged to the youth and link the two domains. To finish, trace a path between 2 sovereigns from the most aged to the youth. So from... Did we swap George? Is George still the oldest? And I forgot who was first. William the First, I guess? Lupin's going to take all of Parliament at this rate. The two domains. I'm not touching anything unless I'm sure. Or imaginary lines between William the First and George II, yes. And between Anne and Richard the Lionheart. Which one's Richard the Lionheart? Richard the First? And to the Lion's Heart, the center of the cross the secret will impart. Somewhere between there, and then there's Anne and Richard. Jane Grey?
Perfect. Now on to the next step.
Henry the Fifth?
Perfect. Now on to the next step.
Do I have to swap them? But I've done something wrong. You're supposed to say something else when you pick up Jane Grey. You set? And let's just read the instruction. Place Edward IV with Richard III.
Perfect. Now on to the next.
How many times are we going to hear that? Replace Henry VI with Charles II. You know it's a good puzzle when you, even following the instructions, you still get it wrong.
Perfect. Now on to the next step.
Perfect. Now on to the next step.
The next step is replace the 3 Williams with the same Richards. William First.
Perfect. Now on to the next step.
William II with Richard II.
Perfect. Now on to the next step.
I have a feeling something's bugged. But we'll carry on. Richard III with William.
Perfect. Now on to the next step.
Then Replace all the medals in the 4th and 6th columns, counting from the left. Keep them in the same row, but swap the columns over. Do this with all medals in those columns.
Perfect. Now on to the next step. Perfect. Now on to the next step. Perfect. Now on to the next step. Perfect. Now on to the next step.
Collect the Jane Grey medal.
This medal is a fake, and I must open it. It appears to be quite solid, and I don't want to break its contents. I must find a precision instrument.
I honestly thought that's exactly what I did last time. If somebody wants to go back and watch the VOD to check, please don't. Do something better with your time. Right. Perfect. Now on to the next. I need to open this with something. I have a hammer. Watson, give me a hammer. I don't know whether there's a precision instrument. Also, he moved that coin as part of this whole thing. Did he not notice it was a fake when he picked it up? It's an apparent fake. Very obvious. But I didn't notice it when I picked it up first. What is 9? We're gonna get out of this bloody museum. I promise. I'm gonna move to the next. Gonna move on to the next if it kills me. Well, hopefully it kills someone else. Like Watson. You! Let me break things open.
Ah, if it isn't the architect.
It is the architect.
Tell me,
He's a
would
tool.
you happen to have
Sorry.
amongst your tools an implement that could split metal?
Ah, yes. In fact, I have an extremely rare tool whose sole purpose is that.
I will take a small loan.
Could I borrow this implement?
It should be over there. It's a saw with a diamond-edged blade, made in South Africa. It cuts the hardest of steels like butter. There are only 3 in the world. By Jove, I can't seem to find it.
Was it prudent to leave it here for all to see?
I only received it last night, and I was waiting until I had the combination to this strongbox in which to store it. In any case, it was still there when the workmen left, and I was to take it when I went home. My goodness, where could it be?
You know what? I just had a thought. In this game, you're supposed to be playing Sherlock Holmes, who is a master detective and can solve all problems. We broke into that strongbox and worked out the combination as Watson. Watson solved that. That can't be right.
I will attempt to find something else, thank you.
Right, now we're just hunt and peck. Point and click, try and find anything. The workman, maybe. Go to the hut. And if it's not there, to the walkthrough with it. Oh. There was a hand. Was it just for the door, maybe? I think it was just for the door. So, anyone still here? We all gone. We all leapt to safety. You're still here. Second question, why? Because I'm here? That's a silly reason to do things. Well, the game just wants me to find the thing, and I don't have time. Require a specialist tool. Perhaps the architect could provide it. He's lost it. Why do we need this many steps when you're just going to tell us how to do the coin puzzle? Do we know someone else who would use who used a blunt instrument recently for slightly nefarious purposes? Did I get the hammer? No. Do I need to find Watson? Watson has the hammer. Where's Watson? Order the list together until next week when your class meets during stream startup. And then you can run free and frolic while we absorb pain. Where's Watson? Tell me.
Nothing to report, Mr. Holmes.
Is he outside? Not here. In the maintenance? He's not in the maintenance. I was just in the maintenance room. Okay, now he's in the maintenance
Watson,
room.
do you always stroll around with a hammer? Are you using it for testing Lupin's victims' reflexes?
No, Holmes. It's just...
I do believe I could use that tool.
Certainly, take it. I must replace it near...
Later, Watson.
Well...
It's the only way. I hope I don't damage the paper that I assume is inside.
Got it. Egyptian Stellar poem. To find a book in this library, it is best from the great circle, know the sections, and then the shelves where they rest. Then from left to right, count the divisions. On the antique Egyptian Stela, you will see a false hieroglyph, which will give you the start. To find the rest, you must count again from me, left to right, down, up. Let's see if you are smart. When a book in this library, it is best from the great circle to know the sections and then the shelves where they rest, then from left to right count the divisions. Is this telling me... Okay, this is telling me how to actually find a book in the thing without looking it up. Says East Lupin, we're not smart. We're not smart. On the antique Egyptian Stela, you will see the false... Okay.
Find an Egyptian Stela.
I remember there being a Stela, funnily enough, not in the Egypt room.
Strange, this Stela. It could be an ancient custom stop panel.
Okay, is it not that one? It's not that Stela. Different Stela. Let's go to the Egypt room. Something, streetcar named Desire. Stella? You a Stella?
Queen Amo's Meri Tarmoon, sister and wife of Amenhotep I.
Charm. Stella.
Colossal granite fit.
It's a giant, tiny bird. Giant stone tiny bird. On the side of the hall with the giant scarab stone.
Granodiorite bark, bearing a statue.
There. Go over here. Ah! I've never even seen this.
Nails of Patel. Fragment of the beard of the Great Sphinx.
I'm glad we've got that. Ah! There it is. Sneaky. Wow. Video games. Anyone spot a false hieroglyph? Probably Lupin with his hat. Nothing immediate. 8th row, 9th column. E.
Unless the Egyptians took up Latin, this letter E is in Lupin's hand.
So he's just desecrated. No, that's fine. Yeah, we're looking for more vandalism. E. Right, okay. The book is on E. Count again for me, left to right, down, up. Count what again? Oh, is it supposed to be... Hang on. Ah, yes, can be found on the 8th line from the bottom and 9th column. 8th row from the bottom. That's why I got the wrong row to start with. Okay, so E89. Or do we have to look up E89 first to know what? No, it's just...
This sheet is slightly older than these books.
Might as well. Jojo thought he was a man who thought he was a llama, but he knew it couldn't last. Jojo left his home in Tucson, Arizona. Something California grass. Get back. It's Beetle.
It's a musical score. This melody certainly has a meaning. It's most likely a popular tune. I'll need the advice of an expert.
I've got to talk to Barncow, an expert in music. Is it because he's been humming tunes? Is that how we're supposed to know that he's an expert in music? You. Explain. Many things.
If I could bother you again.
Absolutely.
Apparently you're a true music aficionado.
Apparently.
Can you enlighten me on this score?
Not in the least, my dear sir. Even if I am unbeatable when it comes to the lyrics to both traditional and popular songs, I do not know how to read music, and I couldn't tell Mozart from a pudding recipe if it was being sung.
I'll have to find a way to play the tune.
He just said he couldn't. How do we play it? Yeah, is he an expert? I don't know. Has anyone got a harmonica? I assume there is a Stradivarius. But yeah, good point. I'm just gonna nick a Stradivarius. It's fine. Yeah, Get Back's a Beatles song, isn't it? Yeah, grab it. Grab the thing. I'm an expert,
this instrument will do the job.
I'm an expert, but I can't read music and I can't recognize it when I hear it. It's a tab out for the night. Have a good. Probably nothing interesting's gonna happen, but have a good, miss. Rest well. And good luck with Teddy. Right. Please tell me that this is the end. Not fun. Have a vaguely
Mr.
nice time.
Holmes.
We're about to play some music.
Apparently you're a true... I'll have to find...
Yes, I have the... Play it.
Now listen well.
Return, return, return from whence you went. Return, return, return from whence you went.
Those were not the same pieces of music.
Do you recognize this music?
Certainly. A little ditty by a quartet who failed to meet with any great success. Their coiffures, which I thought were just divine, were thought to be a little too avant-garde and didn't do well either.
Okay, so the Beatles exist in the Victorian era in this universe.
Do you know the name of the quartet or that of the song?
The song is Return, and the group The Scarabs.
Scarabs, not the Beatles. My apology.
Return, The Scarabs. I thank you.
Return quickly.
I mean, this has to be truthful. We know, for example, you know, from the previous game, that there are other historical facts they got correct, like, you know, Poirot. Yeah, we're keeping the Stradivarius. That's payment for our services.
There's a piece of stucco, darkened with shoe polish, with a message inside.
Oh god, more poems! If you've been quick, outside it's night, but the sun is the museum's hidden light. It has a full court and it invites you to dance, but remember to count too. Give the key a turn, get the music to swing, look at them around their astral king. Count the turns as they go past, as they follow their path you must be fast. Add them all, but Arsene says that the little white one turns 2 ways, then take the blue planet on which we fly, square its rotations, and by 2 you multiply. Take the product of both numbers, and now you have one to which 1,000 you must add. If you have got it and know what to do, then it's time to go. Almost, this is the last poem in the museum.
Something that resembles the description given in the poem.
Yes, we have the thingy. What are they called? Astrological doodad? Go to the astrological doodad.
My, I must count the number of turns executed by each of the planets and make the calculation based on Lupin's poem. Such an imagination.
Much braver than you are, you would have quit this game after the first poem. It's fine, we can do this. We can do this. Right, what do we need to pay attention to? Give the key a turn, get the music to swing, look at them around their astral king, count the turns as they go past, as they follow their path you must be fast. Add them all, but Arsene says that the little white one turns 2 ways. And take the blue planet on which we fly, square its rotations by 2, and you multiply. Okay. What do I... Ugh. Is it just gonna keep... Oh, it keeps track. That's nice. I wonder whether this was in the original, or whether they added it. Because having to do this, you know, 6 times? Oh, no, they have not added this. Okay. Hang on, do I have to have clicked on, if I click on Mars and do it? Are we having fun yet? No, it is. Why did it write it down for these 2? I don't get it. Okay, right. We'll just, it's fine. Because I did those individually. Oh, I can do it individually. Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense. So we just have to listen to this sound 6 times. Well, we don't have to do the last one, because that's 1. But... Are we having fun yet?
The doorway is sealed by some mystical force.
Vegetable! Fucking vegetable! From out of the dirt! That just ain't right.
Oh, we're done. Right, what are we doing with these numbers? Need a new piece of paper. We have blah 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 blah. Count the turns, blah blah. Have to be fast. Add them all. Little white one turns 2 ways. Take the blue planet on which we fly, square its rotations by 2, and you multiply. So I'm assuming the moon is the little white one, or are they referring to Mercury? I'm gonna go with the moon. So add all the numbers together, which is what? The 11, 14, 27, 31, 33, 34. But the moon goes 2 ways, so we're gonna add 13 to it again, I'm guessing. 47. Agent 47? And then for the second number, it's square of the planet, which is 9, multiplied by 2 is 18. What do we do with it? Product of both numbers, now you have 1, which okay, product of those. I'm not going to trust myself to do. 846, 1,846, are you right? Not 13, you add 3 to the moon. 3 to the moon, what? Little white one turns 2 ways. 3 to the moon? Why am I adding 3 to them? Oh, because is it? I get what they mean. In a sense. Because it's orbiting the Earth. Which means that it's orbiting, this is counting how many times it's orbited the Earth. But the Earth is orbiting the Sun. But that means that the answer would just be 3. It wouldn't be 13 plus 3. If we're just counting how many times it orbits the Sun, it's going to be the same as how many times the Earth orbits the Sun. Why would you add 3? Okay. Well, in that case, we'll take 10 away, so it's 37. 37 times 18. 666. Nice. Is it 1666? Is that the answer? I'm gonna check. Yes, it is. Fantastic. Marvelous. Grand. 1666. That's... What was that? Great Fire of London?
Here's what I've been looking for.
The Necronomicon. Frick. What do you mean it's the Necronomicon? Why is that in the British Museum? I-13. Eyes on the inside. There's me being sensible. Oh, the Great Fire of London. There's a bloody Cthulhu.
No book.
It was a page number, yeah.
Lupin has left me a message. The last, undoubtedly.
Yeah, it was the only book in this library that has over 1,665 pages. Dear Mr. Holmes, enough of enigmas in Alexandria. Yes. If you are reading this, it's because you have carried off... I have carried off my 3rd victory. No, you haven't. You slid on it. The next, I have to admit, between the 2 of us is certainly the most perilous. There is something in this world that money can't buy. In its name, millions of men have died, sword in hand and a smile on their lips. Illustrious conquerors and mighty armies have attempted in vain to take what I am preparing to steal. Only one person in the world can cause me to fail, and despite the 2 of us, this person may just be the most precious ally as well. I am priming a battle on a field that I have studied 1,000,000 times, but is completely unknown at the same time. But I digress, and I must be testing your patience. Not far from where you are, there is a man who is whistling or humming. If you ask him who is the person dearest in the world to him, he will balk at answering, but will eventually show you a portrait. I would ask you to carefully observe this portrait, because soon enough the face will disappear forever. Righto. We're trying to steal Holmes's love. We're trying to steal whoever this guy's love is, I think. May very well be himself, but then find it. Oh, it might be Holmes. You. Who do you love? Don't balk. We don't have time. No time for balking.
Pardon me, but I wanted to ask you a question that is somewhat delicate.
Anything you'd like, pet.
I want to know who is the person who means the most to you.
It's you, my one and only you.
Listen well, I'm working on the case at hand. If you do not cooperate immediately, I will advise your superiors in the most detrimental terms possible of your antagonism. Is that clear?
Does not like being flirted with.
What do you want anyway? I've done all I could to help you. What does the question mean anyway?
I've been told that you keep a portrait of someone who's very important to you.
Could have led with
Oh, that. It made the workmen laugh when I showed it to them. But you know, she means a lot to them too.
How is that possible? They know her also?
What a question. Of course they do. And you too, for that matter. She must certainly be one of the people who means most to you, isn't she?
How would I know?
You're English like me. And isn't every Englishman happy and proud when he
steal
sees
the Queen.
that noble face?
It is the Queen.
Why?
Steal the Queen.
Victoria.
Person dearest to the English. Lupin's gonna steal the Queen. Jealous.
There, Holmes, I've told you everything. You are correct. Someone on the inside did help Lupin enter the museum.
I've told you everything. Let me tell you again.
I must shamefully confess that it could only have been me. That rogue, under the guise of a journalist, played me, and I was blind to it all. He even left me his card the first time we met. Here, look. Maybe there's a clue.
He did work it out. Piers Urquhart Allen, independent journalist. What does the calling card reveal? Is that an anagram again? Hang on. Probably not. And because if you take away the letters of Arsène Lupin from that, you get Urquhart. Piers U. Allen. Piers U. Allen. Oh, we don't use Urquhart. Okay. Oh, it's Arsène Lupin. Okay, that is.
It's a shame that you didn't show me this card earlier, my dear Watson. Our adversary is both talented and bold, more than any other criminal mastermind we have ever fought, with one exception,
Cthulhu.
And he has fooled us yet again. This adventure, however, has forced him to discover something. We have the lead, and he has had to improvise. In addition, he inevitably must have had a retreat somewhere in the vicinity to be able to observe us and to hound your footsteps. He's ingenious and has certainly left the location already, but he may, in his haste, have left some small clues behind.
But we have no idea where his hideout could have been.
I was going to say.
The only place we might receive any information is the Golden Lion. But nobody there will say
We have
anything
the
to you or me.
Indeed, the Golden Lion is a hostile spot, unless you use the same weapons as your adversary.
Disguise. Bedroom. This guy's bedroom contains costumes. Crotch.
Now, Watson, disguised thusly, will I do justice to the clientele of the Golden Lion?
Tremendous, Holmes. But what am I to do?
Out of the two of us, you are the wordsmith. I'll need you to write a letter, send a copy to Lestrade, addressed to the Prime Minister, in order to have an interview with this person.
You are not serious, Holmes.
It can't be more obvious. This must be the target of Lupin's next crime.
I must lay down for a moment.
I am counting on you, Watson. See you soon.
Was there blood on the inside of your thighs? He's on his period. Is disguised as somebody who can't afford the proper sanitary product. That's reasonable. Watson's the wordsmith. Yeah, that took me by surprise. Hey, we kept the violin. I have to stop here for my sanity and everyone else. Watson's the wordsmith. We're gonna save. It's saved. We never have to do the British Museum again. Oh dear. Well, let's take a week to recover, everyone. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for being here. This extra stream, extra long stream made up for not having one last week, I guess. I thought just one location a stream would be reasonable, but apparently not. Apparently Lupin needed to hide 17 poems all around the British Museum. Is this one worse than the Cthulhu one? I can't remember the Cthulhu. I don't know, I remember the belt. We haven't had something like the belt yet. I don't know. Well, I want to do, at some point, I want to do a highlight video of both of the Cthulhu games, the old one and the new one. So when I do that, I'll be able to give you an educated answer. Because I've probably forgotten most of it. I feel like it's worse than the Cthulhu one. It's less engaging. You know, all the locations we're going to aren't interesting. And so far, in terms of NPCs, other than the Prime Minister and Lestrade, the only NPCs we've seen have been 2 copies of the same pair of people. Oh, and Lupin as well. I think it's more fun. We're collectively losing our minds, which may give the illusion of fun. It was working while watching, and every time you look back, you felt you were hallucinating. Well, I felt like I was hallucinating while I was watching the entire time, so I'm glad you had breaks, at least. But yeah, we will, unfortunately, continue with this next week. But between then, don't encourage people watching the Call of Cthulhu playthrough. It is giving me, honestly, this is giving me more of a vibe of Call of Cthulhu than the Cthulhu game, the Cthulhu Sherlock. Which is saying something. Recommend if you ever want to feel like that. If you want to feel actually drunk, watch the Dark Corners of the Earth playthrough, because that is disorienting. Not deliberately, I might add. You would think a Cthulhu game would be proud of how disorienting it is, but no, not in this instance. But yeah, stream will return on Saturday with Diggy Diggy Holing, maybe the last one. I'm not sure. We're getting to the end, certainly. Also watch the Dracula playthroughs if you want to see. Stop recommending my mental breakdowns on stream. You want to do the first episode of Hitman Contracts as well while you're there? What about Alone in the Dark 3? Oh, we've played some things. If you want to just watch us having a terrible time all around, Starship Titanic is also there. That was a sensory nightmare. But anyway. We all need to rest. Everybody go rest. Everybody have a lovely time. Do something you like.
There was something thrilling about being in the show tonight. Yep. Not having to watch it.
You wish. So yes, have a grand, have a lovely. Thank you very much for being here. Cheap stream tomorrow, Chibi Nether's Day. Everybody go to chibinetherlands.twitch/chibinetherlands.net and go watch whatever they're gonna do, because they finished There Was No Game, so now they're gonna play a game, presumably. I don't know, and I do not have the inside scoop. Maybe. Cheap stream, yee. But we'll be back on Saturday with Diggy Diggy Holes, and then Sunday with Doodles, and then Tuesday with, alas, more of this. I'll play a game. It's called Framed. Ooh, I don't know that. Exciting. New things. Fun times. I have no idea what it's about. I'm going to guess you get framed. Or you're somebody who hangs pictures. Would be fun. Can't do a worse job than the portrait gallery. But anyway, looks cool. Yeah. And for more cool looking things, twitch.tv/chibinetherlands.net, etc, etc. Have a good and a grand. Thank you very much for supporting me and keeping me going through this. And I'll have times. I think I've had enough of words today. Bye.